Hi.
Okay. Hey, I'm Michael Venus, and I'm with Jon Ginoli. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, you've had a crazy drive, and you brought the wind with you from San Francisco here to Vancouver.
I know, this is like a winter day in San Francisco. It makes me feel at home. It's chilly.
It's kind of cold. Now, listen, you're here, and you've got some really exciting things going on. I mean, you've been part of Pansy Division, one of the founding members of the legendary all-gay band, and sort of were the poster people for queer core and things like that. And now you've got some really big celebrating. You've got three kind of multimedia things you're promoting. Tell me about those.
First, I wrote a book. The book is called Deflowered, My Life in Pansy Division. And that's a memoir I've been working on for a while. Started telling a lot of stories to people about things that had happened over the years, and they said, you should write a book. So I wrote a book, have some tour diary stuff in it, a lot of Canadian stuff in it, and Canadian content.
Canada.
Yes. And it talks about why we formed, the need for having a gay band, and what it meant to have one, and to be really out and try to push the envelope in a milieu which, alternative punk rock and roll is pretty overwhelmingly heterosexual.
Yeah.
So to be doing that from our standpoint, where we're really in your face, there's a lot of good stories.
I'm sure there is. So what, I mean, you've been kind of just taking stories along the way, and then it just sort of was like, now is the time to put it together.
Yeah, I'd been writing it for a long time, but I thought, well, I'll finish it someday. It didn't really have a end date on it.
Right.
But at a certain point, I thought, I think it's time to get it finished. But in the meantime, we got the album done that we had been working on for a while, called That's So Gay.
Right.
And then also during this period, starting a couple years ago, there's a documentary film done on the band.
Yes.
Called Pansy Division, Life in a Gay Rock Band. And that played festivals all over the place last year. But it did not play Vancouver, Vancouver's festival, which was disappointing.
That's wrong.
It was wrong, I
Damn
know.
it.
But one of the things I'm trying to do on the book tour that I'm doing now is arrange screenings in cities where it hasn't been shown and try to get some folks out to see it. Beep.
Now, I mean, you guys kind of came out of a time where there was no out gay rock and rollers at all, and you guys have, did the whole rounds of it and everything. And what does it feel like to have, so many younger people be out and be able to do what they're doing and look at you guys as icons and legends?
It's great, and some people ask us, I've heard other gay musicians say this. They say, well, I don't mind being out, but I don't want to be a role model. And I'm like, why not? I want to be a role model. Not that I want everybody to act like me or that I'm perfect or anything, but I did something and the reason I did it was because it hadn't been done before. It was something I wanted to see. It was something I wanted to hear. So, if that inspires people, great.
What do you think? I mean, the main difference is obviously there's a lot coming out now and being a musician to, say, in 91 when you guys sort of...
Yeah, it's a lot different in part because of Pansy Division and other bands who came out from that time who knocked down some walls, broke some barriers. But also, we really sang about being gay, and that wasn't something that all gay musicians did. A lot of them didn't. I don't think it's a litmus test. I don't think people have to. But I think it's one of the things that makes us interesting.
Yeah.
And over time, as time has gone on, we've had more songs that I guess would have more universal appeal, or at least are less directly about gay stuff. So it became more of a mix. We didn't want it to all be gay, gay, gay all the time. Although at first it was like, okay, this is something new. Now that we've done it a while, we don't really want to repeat ourselves. The album took a year and a half to put together because we all live in different places now.
Right.
2 on the East Coast, 2 on the West Coast, no one in the same city. And the fact that it all seemed to be coming together about the same time, so we thought, let's just take all this stuff and put it out, the same time and try to get the maximum exposure, because it's hard to get people's attention these days. So instead of spreading it out, we tried to condense it. So all 3 coming out in the same month.
Nice. Well, thank you very much for spending your time with me.
You're welcome.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Thank you.